Well, following Kenya's dramatic and violent rerun election, the Kenyan Electoral Body, the IEBC, will formally declare Uhuru Kenyatta President-elect this afternoon. Well before the announcement, foreign editor Sophie Mokoena spoke to Deputy President of Kenya, William Ruto, who says there won't be another re-election.
I think Mr. Odinga is fatigued or a bit maybe confused. Yes, there will be an election. It will not be a repeat election, and it will not be in 90 days. There will be an election, I think, in 1,744 days on the 9th of August, 2022. That is the election that will be there. This other election that is talking about, I think is maybe somebody confused him, or it's just a figment of his imagination.
Well, the IEBC decided to cancel elections in 4 counties which have been marred by violent protests led by opposition supporters. The rerun of the polls follows the Supreme Court ruling which annulled the August the 8th election.
Due to sustained and escalating violence that posed serious breach of peace in the affected electoral areas, the Commission was unable to hold the fresh presidential poll in the said electoral areas on the 28th of October 2017, and therefore and to postpone the said elections a second time. In the current circumstances, the Commission could not immediately determine an appropriate and practicable time. The Commission, in compliance with Section 55B of the Election Act, which states that, I quote, that where an election is postponed, the said election should be held at the earliest practical time. The Commission has continued to consult with the relevant agencies to review the situation to determine whether the elections can be held. Having completed the verification process in respect to 266 constituencies where elections were held, the Commission, in accordance with Section 55B(3) of the Elections Act, has directed a return to the elections be made, having been satisfied that the results of the election shall not be affected by voting in the electoral areas where the election was postponed. We therefore invite the presidential candidates for the announcements of the results and declaration at 3:30 p.m. today.